So the other day I was watching Digibro's video on anime music videos, and when he mentioned a good amount of music videos are Vocaloid stuff and then proceeded to exclude them from the entire video, well, it made sense because not many people are actually willing to put up with robot anime waifus singing at inhumane high pitches, but I am, and I started compiling sort of a list of music videos of Vocaloid songs that I think are pretty great into comments as recommendations. Then I realized this kind of thing is almost impossible without a video to go with it and show you. So this was the result. As this is the first video of this kind I've ever made, I don't have a nice mic or a good video editing software, so if it looks and sounds kinda shit, that's probably why. Also, for some reason, a lot of videos that used to be very easy to come by on YouTube have become really hard to find in high quality, and most are outright impossible to find without subtitles. Since I don't feel like finding out how to download videos from Nico Nico Doga, all of these videos are in the best quality I could find them on YouTube. With that out of the way, let's start with the one that was actually on Digibro's video briefly while he was talking at the beginning. Nihonbashi Koukashita or Keikaku is an amazing but tragically short video which was explicitly inspired by GIF photo sets of cool animation you'll find on Tumblr and such, which is why this video is basically a bunch of really cool anime GIFs set to music. It's short and nice and you should really go watch it. Speaking of music videos set to music by Jin, does anyone remember the absolute mess that was Mekakushi reactors? I do, and it haunts me in my sleep. The Kagero Project music videos are what you should have watched instead of that monstrosity. Please, wipe the awful CG off your mind with Children Record, which is basically its equivalent of an anime opening. If you want emotional investment and payoff, watch all of the videos in order with subtitles. There's a good story that is actually more understandable than it was in the anime somehow, though the first few songs don't actually have official MVs. Also, if you thought the blue-haired girl looked like a Miku X-Spy, that's because her original design was just Miku in a jacket. Seriously. All that aside, if you make it through all the way to Summertime Record, I promise it will have been a worthwhile experience. Also, though not actually Vocaloid songs, the full music videos from the opening and ending of Mekakushity are pretty much the best thing to have come out of it, especially the ending song. Okay, enough of that, let's move on to the classics. And by the classics, I mean those songs everyone in the fandom knows and is tired to death of. Most don't actually have music videos, but some have fan-made music videos that are probably more iconic of the song than the original illustration, like World Is Mine, but none of those are particularly good. Then there's songs that actually became famous because of their videos, which pretty much became memes in the fandom, like anything out of La Masterpiece's earlier works, from Triple Baka to Popipo to Fukireta. Of this sea of weeaboo anthems, the only really iconic Miku song I can think of that has an actually really good MV is Love is War, which really captures the feeling the song was going for. It also doesn't shy away from robbing Miku of her cuteness to really get into the emotions the song transmits. One producer whose videos are guaranteed to be great is Spinal, whose songs always feel kind of dissonant, overly bright, with a tinge of unbearable sadness, and the videos that go along with them convey these feelings perfectly. Some of my favorite examples are Arifureta Sekai Seifuku, which uses very bright, trippy, and nonsensical imagery, but nonetheless manages to feel like a cry for help, and Suki no Koto Dake de Ides, which has very good animation and use of CG, but feels like resigning yourself to something you can't change and pretending to be okay with it. Another producer with consistently good MVs is Hachi, most famous for Matryoshka and Panda Hero, both of which became iconic songs at one point. Matryoshka especially has a very identifiable aesthetic, which was easy to apply to any set of two characters, which is probably part of what made it so much bigger than his other hits. Donut Hole seems to have gotten a similar reaction given the insane amount of other versions I found of it. A lesser known one is Musunde Hiraite Rasetsu to Mukuro, which uses a scratchy style and lots of classical Japanese horror imagery. Honeyworks, another big-ish name in Vocaloid, who are actually a circle consisting of 2 composers and an illustrator, have recently followed the trend kickstarted by Jin of making a bunch of songs following a single story with a big cast and getting in an anime adaptation. This song, however, is a love-notic Riron high school romance melodrama, which I personally found difficult to get into, but if you like this sort of thing, I'd say give it a try. However, a particular song from the series stood out to me, and that's Inokori Sensei. It sounds nothing like the rest of the songs in the series, and is a pretty self-contained story about one of the main characters and the teacher, which I don't think really shows up again. Anyways, it's pretty great. Stepping aside from the series, the one Honeyworks song that really deserves an anime is Raspberry Monster, which is hands down the best video of a Honeyworks song in existence, and I will fight people over this. Then, of course, there's the videos that are actually kind of just lyrics videos, but are so creative in their execution that they're a treat to look at. Good examples are the mid-TM songs Freely Tomorrow and AiDee, which use only 1 or 2 colors with black and white, and go incredibly well with these upbeat songs. They do really, despite actually having a series featuring actual really good music videos, of which Word Karma is the best in my opinion, has recently taken a similar approach to his videos, starting with Spinal Fluid Explosion Girl, which again uses monochrome with only 4 vibrant colors, but in this case the colors are much more restrained and only really used to represent the main characters of the video. The concept album Hellish Human Zoo obviously follows the trend in almost all of the songs which have videos, but weirdly enough, Redolili has started using this and other trademarks of the Hellish Human Zoo songs into entirely unrelated songs, like Chuubyou Gekihatsu Boy randomly having an interrupted phone call and silhouettes with vibrant colors, which are very much Hellish Human Zoo things. So nowadays he mostly uses static images for his songs. Deku27 used to be really well known for his videos. I remember there were a bunch of intense discussions over what Most Like Roll was about and whether it was related to his previous work. The most common theory was that it was about abortion, but I always found it kind of ridiculous. The video is good enough on itself without trying to tie it back to other songs. Much more recently, Sword Fighting Johnny is a pretty entertaining video in the format of a side-scrolling video game. There's many comedy-oriented MVs, but my personal favorites are those by the brother-sister team of Uramambo P and Tsukasa Ryugu, whose songs and videos are absolutely insane. I don't think there are many videos that are this nonsensical, yet still somehow manage to make you feel sad when they want you to. My personal favorites are My Colorful Confuse, which is about a girl whose path to school is blocked by increasingly ridiculous obstacles, and Sweet Float Flash, which is about an apartment complex with deeply unhappy residents, yet the song has a chipper and happy melody that clashes completely with its dark humor. Uramambo and his sister have also launched into their own song series that has already gotten a manga adaptation, but all of it is as ridiculous and funny as the rest of their songs, so it's highly entertaining as well. Then there's the videos most people probably think of when they hear Vocaloid music video, Miku Miku dance videos. Well, there's many that are actually quite good. At the end of the day, they're still basically there for you to watch your digital waifu dance to the tune of the song, with one exception. Shinkai Summit, also by Teco27, has a video that feels like it's trying to tell me something, like it's trying to tell a story. Sadly, I'm not quite sure what it is yet. I'm feeling like abusive relationship or maybe just an internal struggle. Regardless, this is a very unique video amongst its kind. Finally, some assorted recommendations I didn't know where to put. Clean Freak has interesting art style and a gripping message. Arion the Game Center is pretty much a love letter to arcades. Yume Yume is cute and sweet, and Petenshi Rock has cool art and a pretty straightforward story. I hope you enjoyed at least some of these and that you weren't too bothered by the fact that I have no idea of what I'm doing. This is the part where I beg you all to like this video and subscribe to my channel, so please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Also, leave a comment, just say whatever. I like feedback. Thanks for watching!